baby. Take wheel. Take wheel. Everybody take wheel. Come on. Take wheel. Take wheel. Everybody take wheel. You got to speak to me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Give me a to the nose and make you say what's up.
Come on.
I'm in the club, nigga, talk with the long barrel. When the music starts having singing, not Christmas carols. People hate me, man, I really do know why. They see the wings on my back and they know I'm gon' fly. So what the fuck supposed to do? Just try to please people. Got my indicate cool family and I don't big people. Remember, used to put newspaper in my tennis shoes. Used to walk around in them tennis diminished shoes. For party nigga, I was too thugged out for that. Never told all my enemies I couldn't be a rat. But niggas told on me, nigga, they got it in return. Now ain't they mama's living room in a nice urn. Fuck you, your whole crew, bitch, cause you gon' get caught. Blow your brains out in your lap, now hold that thought. Motherfuckers, stop pretending of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin' nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, I hate me.
What you think about that, B? What you think about them lyrics? Your little flow? Huh?
Classic, like 3-6.
Yeah, okay. That's some of the old Carolina sound. You know what I'm saying? You do it like that a little bit. Yeah.
Just from my killers who just straight up murder. Leave you in the sewer dead just like a next time.
Yeah.
I got connects with the real fucking black mom. And I'm trying to
Get it right with my man God.
So any drama, dog, believe me, that is no problem. Niggas will torture your ass, you wish they fucking rob you. Menace to society,
That's my favorite one.
Desert Eagle 50 caliber, that's my favorite gun. My nature running, yes,
Your wife gonna say I'm a fool by the end of this thing. I'm trying to tell you. Well, this boy crazy.
MBK got a boy, your house, we'll clap it up. Run my mouth like a big booty bitch.
I'ma clap it up.
Try niggas on pickups just like they did in Jasper. Keep fucking around, your new friend is gonna be Casper. You gonna be in the casket, people trying to coffin on you. So many hoes ain't taking can play golf on you. Motherfuckers stop pretending I'm a new era.
So we get a new era. But everybody kill him.
Hate me, nigga, but I'm still with. See my legacy never end, the bitches don't forget. This is the beginning of a new
era. Y'all come on in, share that link. Push it out there to people. You push the link out? You push it out to people? Okay, you push it out? Okay, all right, now let it show up. Because it's important to me because I want to see if people really be supporting people. You know, everybody want to say, oh, I got your back. I'm supporting you. Right. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that too. State joker.
Niggas tell me, goddamn, they drop a fucking dime. Your brains are gone, now you out of your fucking mind. And niggas know I fight you, bitch. Young baby strap, but they don't fucking understand to get the bitch to that head.
That gun clap.
Niggas stop beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in the bitches stop again. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in and poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in the bitches stop again.
Yeah. Welcome to another great episode of Fivecast. Hey, you know how we do it out here in Fivecast land. Make some things happen. But the first thing I got to shout out this beard right here. Let me tell you something. Bone, you better check it out, Bone, real quick. Listen, this beard oil right here, and this is not one of those daggone commercials that people want to do. This is really something I use. You know what I'm saying? Because you see, I just had to go tea before. But if you look, ooh, shout out to the damn beard. This beard is right here. It's getting them right now. It's growing. Hold up. I'm gonna pass this to you, right? You know, because you got a little beard going on. All right, hand it over to her real quick and tell her to give it just to smell it. I'm gonna see what's going on because I'm telling you, it's like fire. Ooh, I know she said it. I saw your face. Don't try to act like your face didn't do that. I saw your face. Come on now. You know he go right now smelling like this right here. Ooh, man, she gonna jump on. Man, here, go ahead and give you a little bit right there. Go ahead and give you a little bit. Go and rub it in your hand, throw it on that beard right there. I'm trying to tell you now. Ooh, So, hey, listen, don't eat them up in the car when you get out there, okay? All right, because I'm trying to tell you that thing is popping right there. That's what it do. Shout out to my boy Hollywood. I'm trying to tell you. So, if you don't notice, I haven't manicured this thing. The reason why is because I'm about to do this photo shoot, and so I'm trying to try out for the silver foxes or the gold gray foxes or something about some foxes, right? I think that's her name, but not really. I'm doing my own thing. So look out for the G5 gray foxes because I'm about to compete with these jokers right here. So when my photo shoot drops, I'm gonna drop it on 5Cast. I'm gonna see if I can get Bonafide to drop it on his platform so we can get it out there and so everybody can see what's going on. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Now, this is a special episode, and I say it's special because one, my guest tonight, he's the first artist I've ever had on the show, and because I don't have an artist on the show at all, and that's not because I don't want to, it's just because there's plenty of platforms for them, and this is really, I want to bring people up here that's really want to be open and talking their truth, and just do things or talk about things that can help people. So but this young man here, he caught my eye, and he caught my eye because there's not a lot of people out here that are quote unquote special. There's certain things you can see about people, and they have this special thing about them, and you don't even have to meet them, but you'll see they're very special. And so after I kind of looked into some things on him, and just to find out just the surface things, I mean, this young man, he has 2 songs on the NBA 2K22. You know what I'm saying, that 2022, the Legend Edition, right? You know what I'm saying? Look at that. He has 2. The first thing, he has something on there. But the fact that he has 2, and so just to kind of look at the criteria and what it took to even get on there, I mean, it was over 13,000 people that sent their stuff in that was listened to, and the criteria was really chiseled through and everything. And what he has was so special that he beat out all those individuals. I mean, that's a great feat. So now forever, I'm talking about as long that game will be here forever. He will forever be one of the people that is on that daggone game. So that means the game that my son plays, my his friends plays, you know what I'm saying, and everybody else, he will forever be there. And that's great. And it ain't like he stopped on that piece right there. He messed around, dropped a hot jam called Resurrections. Y'all better check it out. If you ain't got it, you better get it. That Warner Brothers, you know what I'm saying, is using, you know what I'm saying, as a promotional aid to push the movie with your boy, what's that dude name? Keanu Reeves, you know what I'm saying? Who gets to do that? Come on, man. Tell me that ain't special. That's special. That is special. And so that's why I had to have him on the show today. And I think it's gonna be a great show. I think we're gonna be able to learn a lot of things and people can learn something. So as soon as I come back from this quick commercial break, we're gonna bring them on in and we're gonna do what we do as we do. So hey, if you get a chance, make sure you get that Jaw Juice because Jaw Juice is a hot thing. When you're ready for that pickup, there's only one juice to go for, and that's the Jaw Juice. That's 281-455-8797. Get you some of that good stuff. Jaw Juice. Yeah, that Jaw Juice, you better go ahead and get it. Stop playing around with it. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with the Jaw Juice. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my girl Danielle Lee. You know what I'm saying? All that. Danielle Lee doing a thing down there in Florida. You know what I'm saying? South Beach. If you want to go to that fancy restaurant, hey Danielle, put the name, because you know I tell the name up. Because when they're in South Beach, I need them to go to your restaurant because that's the place to be. They're about to open up another location on y'all. They're just looking for a spot right now. And then we got old David Ruiz in the building. Appreciate you there, David, for chiming in. So that's your producer. Shout out to him. Which one? What you beat? Which song?
Both of the ones on 2K.
Come on, shout out to you, damn David. That damn David, you did that thing, boy. You did that thing, David. Stop playing. And we crazy on the show, David. So don't worry about it. So make sure you send the link to as many people as you want to. And this is the name is Aster Deratroto. So if you're in South Beach, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. This is one of my partners. You know what I'm saying? The Wink and Drink down in Florida. I told you we got no heavy hitters with the girl. Don't play with her. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all see that on the restaurant, you go down to Florida, you do it. But without further ado, I got my, you know what I'm saying, my little bro up in here, Mr. Man, and the name is synonymous for us out here in the country, North Carolina. Mr. Buddie Roe is in the building.
Absolutely.
What's going on, man?
Much, man, just still working.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Enjoying life.
Okay, hey, can you just give people just a brief summary? Just a brief summary. We'll get into what we're gonna get into, but just who Buddie Roe is.
Just young dude from Houston, Texas, South Side, Bradgate to be exact.
Okay. No,
Which is
look, that's a damn shout out. We can't say that without a damn shout out.
yeah,
That's a shout out
absolutely,
button, so I want you to know that now. So don't get scared. I'm gonna hit it a couple times, okay,
All
by
right,
the
that's a
show.
bit.
Okay, cool.
That's a bit. Yeah, Bradgate. You know what I'm saying? That's located in Mo City,
Okay,
southwest of
all right.
Houston, Texas.
Ooh, most city in the building, southwest side.
You already know.
Okay, let me get okay, Bone didn't make no face, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay.
But yeah, just a young dude, with a passion for art, passion for music. God gave
Right.
me a gift of poetry, and I just use it to the best of my ability.
Right. Well, you doing your thing. That's what they're gonna show you. You doing your thing. Okay, that's
Thank you.
good. All right. So this is how it goes down on Fivecast. All right. What we do really, Fivecast is really a celebration. What it is I love to celebrate excellence. And that's why we bring people on the show. And it's really the things that you say, like I said, they ain't one of those okay, well, what happened here? It's none of that right there. It's really your story will help somebody. You understand? And then of course it culminates at the end with you really talking. We'll talk about everything with the 2K game, and we talk about how the Matrix stuff came about. But the first thing we're gonna start off with, you said you're from O City,
Yes,
right? So we're gonna go back to what did they call you back them days? Did they call you better back when you was a young boy?
It was always that came from my grandma and my pops.
Oh, shout out. Then what's the name? So we shout them out too now. What's the name?
Yeah. My grandma, my grandma and pops.
Grandma and pops. Okay, then let's do it like
I'm gonna keep them confidential.
keep them like that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, shout out to grandma and pops. Y'all did y'all thing. Y'all named that boy and did it right. Okay. All right. So we're gonna take you back then, Mr. But do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I do. I'm the youngest of 4.
Ooh, 4-piece on the books running around there. Okay, you the young baby. That's good. Okay, you need baby. So the only ages, but what was the gap between you and the oldest?
10 years.
10. Ooh, okay, we ain't mess with him then. 10, because he was thumping you in the head when you was born. So okay, who's the next one closer to you? How many years?
5.
A 5-piece. We'll work with the 5-piece. So now that helps me kind of set up the stage of your age. Okay, so we're gonna take you we're gonna give you 8th grade.
Okay.
8th grade. How old are we in 8th grade? Do you think?
13.
13. That was about where we at, Bone? About 13. Okay. Shout out to 13 years old. So we're going with 13-year-old Buddie Roe. What type of kid were you? I'm gonna take you back, baby. I'm gonna take you back to biscuits and syrup.
I was I guess, man, I was a lot of different things.
Okay, well, give me one of them. Just give me one of them.
I was a sneakerhead.
Okay, so
music head.
you rocking sneakers. Okay, what type of sneakers did you wear back in 8th grade?
Man, all different types. I always like to wear different type of shoes than the hype. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
okay.
I was like on the wave of like wearing Ken Griffey's and stuff.
Okay.
When like everybody was just wearing J's
Right.
and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't have to follow the path of what everybody was doing.
Yeah, I was known for, like, in my school, I was known for wearing the different stuff.
Okay,
like,
trendsetter.
Yeah.
Got that shout out. He had the young Kanye in him. That's what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, so what was your personality look like though?
Man, it was multifaceted. I was a joker, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was 13, I was in middle school, I think I had one semester I had like 19 write-ups.
What?
Like I was cool with everybody, you know what I'm saying? But I was just a class clown.
So you wasn't causing no problems.
I wasn't causing no
beef
problem.
type of problem.
Nah, I knew everybody. Everybody was like always cool with me.
Right.
And it was just really more so talking in class.
Okay, all right. Shout out to a little talking in class, a little disruptive. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, so 9th grade. So 9th grade, what school? You was freshman. What school did you go to?
Willow Ridge High School.
Okay, he went to the Ridge, y'all.
Sir.
He went to the Ridge. You better throw him up. You know what I'm saying? Throw him up. Okay, so how was it going in the 9th grade? Were you already established pretty much because you had siblings that were a little older than you that went through there?
In a way, but in a way where I was trying to carve my own path, because like the siblings I had before me, like my big brother, he was in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so like you know about Willow Ridge, it's kind of like a real high school to go to. And so, I had even big cousins and stuff that was in the street and kind of known for those things. So I was just really trying to carve out my own path because I knew I really wasn't on those stuff like that.
Okay, got it.
So
you didn't need to pretend something that you wasn't, because you wasn't really just doing that.
Yeah, I kind of tried to go way against the grain, and I was just really hooping. So,
okay. Oh, your game was good in 9th grade?
It was all right in 9th grade, but really like that 9th grade summer, I started, you know what I'm saying, really putting in work, and that's when it really came.
Okay, so you put together the crossover game was good?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Everything.
Damn, shout out to the damn crossover.
We
we kind of perfect that crossover in North Carolina. You know, we break some ankles. That's the whole deal with us. You know, we
Yes,
trying to break
sir.
ankles out there.
Yeah, y'all got some greats out
You know,
here.
we try to do a little something, one few things out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're known for skinny ankles and we can jump. That's what we're known for. We had these little bird legs, but we jumped out the gym. I don't know what was going on, and we knew in Texas they had the football people.
Facts.
You know, and it was always that way. It was like these big jokers out of Texas. Like, dang, what they eating out there? You know, we were kind of slim, little legs, small ankles, but we would get all over the goal. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jordan. You know what I'm saying? King of the little ankles. Um, okay, cool. So you say you're pretty good in basketball. That was ninth grade year. So let's go ahead and move up to 11th grade year. So by the time you were a junior, you kind of navigated through some things as far as not having to be out there, you know, kind of following the path of certain people, whatever. So what was your style like in 11th grade?
Really stepping into more of who I am. Cause even during the times where like in the eighth grade and stuff, I was still a trendsetter or whatever. I
Okay.
wasn't 100% just like okay with who I was. You know what I'm saying? Because the stuff that was just around me or whatever, and I was like, you know, how people gonna look at me or think about me if I
Right.
just step all the way into who I am. But I feel
Mm-hmm.
like once I went to the 11th grade, I had to go to a different school. I had to
Okay,
go
hold up
to
now.
the
We went to another school.
yeah. I had to
Okay,
go.
well, what happened now? You
Uh,
ain't got to tell the details. What I'm saying, but you know, you was at the W already. Now
yeah,
you throwing up W's a minute ago, so I'm trying to
yeah.
fill up.
So I had to go to like
Alternative.
yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the alternative schools. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Listen, everybody done move over to one of them every once in a while. Now, come on now,
So,
because half the time they sing you, it was something small anyway. You know, that's
so
all that was.
it was more so like grades and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I had to go to a school where like all the Fort Bend schools is. So you know, like Fort Bend,
Mhm.
the Ridge is like the only like hood school, the
Okay,
only
got
like
it.
ghetto school, and then
Uh
like
huh.
a little bit of Marshall kind of ghetto. And you know what I'm
Okay,
saying? A little bit of Hightower kind of ghetto, but like for the most part,
that's the
outside
one.
of Willow Ridge, everything is really like suburban.
Okay,
You
got
know
it.
what I'm saying? So like when I went to that school, Progressive, I was around people from other schools,
Ah,
like Ridge Point
so
and
you were
stuff.
catching some variety.
Exactly. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying?
so
So
what did they do for you? What do you think it did for you?
it definitely just made me embrace who I was more because I didn't have to like even just being at the Ridge and me being okay with who I was, it was
Right.
still a level of walking around with a all right, I might have to fight today.
Okay,
Or
got it.
you know what I'm saying? I gotta put on this front, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know, I ain't no scrub or nothing, but don't play with me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And when I went there, it's kind of like wasn't nobody on that. Everybody
Okay.
just like super creative, doing
Mm.
their own thing and everything. So I was able to really step all the way into that creative zone.
Right. So even at that time, you were able to kind of really realize that, you know, you didn't have to wear a certain armor. You know what I'm saying? On, and you really could just drop your shoulders and kind of relax and be in a space that was just typically um just free for creativity and thought and stuff like that,
Yeah,
right? It's kind
exactly.
of like in a lot of cases, I think, and they probably have them here, but it's, you know, even on the East Coast and stuff like that, there are a lot of schools for the arts and stuff like that. And it was really basically saying, okay, here's a school away from all that drama that you're around typically.
Yeah.
And we can allow a person to be in this environment that's going to be one, safe. You don't have to worry about issues and nothing like that. So you're really able to open up, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny how we do this as grown-ups.
Mhm.
When we've been through certain environments, what do we tend to do? We'll have kids and we'll make sure that they grow up in a totally different environment
Yeah.
that we grew up in. And they won't understand any of the things that we had to understand, you know. And I say some people they'll try to, oh, let me take you back where I'm from so you can see, you know, what I had to go through. I say, why?
Mhm.
Why? You know what I'm saying? It was traumatic for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't need you part of the scared straight program. Come where I'm from.
Yeah.
Because even if I take you where I'm from, you're not gonna go through what I went through. So what was the point? I'm not gonna leave you there on the street to defend for yourself and oh, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. Because one, I know you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
So you're not even gonna understand what I had to go through. So why am I gonna take you there? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that time and I'm gonna take you somewhere where you know I'll be watching Bone. He be traveling out and I'll be paying attention to what he be doing. I'll be paying attention to the old Bonafide. He be throwing some videos in there. He think I won't be looking. You know, he had a baby in the car with him. He'll take, she be driving and be in the parking lot. Go some water, something. They go to some creative places. You know what I'm saying? The, you know, probably things just wasn't afforded for us, right? And so to me, for you to even recognize that at that time in your life, to be, you know, saying in high school, to even just see that, I mean, that's great. That's already showing you had a sight for something already. Okay, hey, we're gonna get more into this right here, but we're gonna jump into this. My girl Pamela, you can follow on Instagram, YouTube. She's like a star. She's in the trucking industry. She started a nonprofit to aid and help truckers, people with having mental situations, issues like that. This nonprofit is great. She did it all on her own, and so I like to salute her for this. And we're gonna jump into this commercial for real quick, and we'll be right back with my man Buddie Roe.
I remember my first paycheck as a company driver. I was appalled. How could I survive on $600 a week gross? Paying bills and managing over the road on a trainer's truck, things could get tight. I knew then that I had to help create the change that I wanted to see. To be impactful to the underserved trucking community, I founded my nonprofit Sunshine for Truckers.
Yeah, that's my girl Pamela doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow her on all her platform. TikTok. She just went over 100,000 in a very short period of time. She just hit 100,000 because one, she's about there helping people. She's giving back, and that's what it's all about. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. So you were in 11th grade. You moved over to a school where you say you can be a little more creative and everything, right? Which is fine. So now senior year, okay, senior year, you still at the same school?
Yeah.
Okay, same school. Tell me what you were thinking about at the completion of your senior year. Yeah, I need that right there. That right there. Shout out to the exhale. I need that.
Yeah, that senior year was real because I kind of found a newfound confidence at that other school. You know what I'm saying? Where I had teachers that was tending to me more. I had like letters and stuff published in the school paper, and teachers that was just telling me like, you can really do this on a high level. You're an amazing writer. And so like my confidence had grown to maybe I could go to college.
Okay.
And then also I had the battle of, at the time my parents was just like, just being parents,
Okay.
don't want you to not be nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They was kind of on me like, man, maybe you should go on and consider the military.
Mhm.
And then also I had the real strong burning desire of, I really want to do music.
Okay.
But I got all this different pressure of, all right, college is gonna be acceptable.
Okay.
Military is gonna be acceptable.
Mhm.
I tell them I want to do music. It's kind of like everybody say that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
And so like it was a lot of pressure, but ultimately, I feel like the confidence in what God blessed me with won ultimately. So.
Well, he said, God, come on, Bone. You know what? I'm gonna stop saying your name in a minute. Okay, I'll stop. What's your name? Brianna. Okay, Bree. Can I call you Bree for short? Did they call you Bree for short? Shout out to that, cause my daughter named Bree too. So you good to go. You good with me. All right. You recognizing God. You recognize that's a beautiful thing, because a lot of people don't understand that. And I've seen that's one of your pillars, your number one pillar, as far as when I was looking on your Instagram.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you for that right there. Don't act like I ain't pay attention to everything now. I pay attention to stuff. All right. So at that point, so what was your decision coming out of school? What did you do?
Ultimately, it was this. Like I'm not finna play with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I said I was doing it, I had noticed a whole bunch of people said that they were, pre graduation or whatever, and then after that time, they fell off. But it was kind of like for me, I didn't play with it.
Right.
And so it was music, and then I ain't look back with it.
Okay. So coming out, did you know how to go about it? Did you jump? Hey, let me go find a producer. Let me go find. I mean, how did that go?
Nah, I'm still figuring stuff out now. You know what I'm saying? But like, of course, I'm way more versed in it now. But I just knew.
But during that time,
I just knew to study. That's
Okay.
that's the only thing I knew. I knew to study and to listen to people that's been there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was listening to a lot of like Jay-Z interviews, Nipsey Hussle interviews.
Oh, so you listen to interviews?
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of interviews and just get game from like how people maneuvered through and how they got to positions.
Right. So like, what were some of the things you were taking from there? Was it just from the stuff they're talking about from the record executives, or were you talking about just going through the whole game process?
I guess everything, like, you know what I'm saying, from networking all the way to like stuff like royalties and all of that. And so it'll be like I wouldn't know everything about royalties, but that would spark the interest. Like, okay, well, what is royalties? Okay, well, how do they determine these things? Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? And then, had a friend that was kind of like more into it than I was, and I would ask him questions. And then he put me on like PROs, which is like BMI ASCAP, which is how they actually store your royalties and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then put me on Sound Exchange and all different type of platforms. Put me on DistroKid at the time and TuneCore and all that. So I just feel like, my inquisitiveness, if that's a word, you know what I'm saying? Like really inquiring about a bunch of different stuff just kind of like put me in position to learn about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's good. I mean, just even the things you were saying, to be thinking about those things, because that's one of the things I have seen just throughout the years. It's just a lot of artists don't really think about the business of being artists, right? They just think about the action aspect of it and never the business. And that's why a lot of them get beat, I think, right? But the fact that you even thought that in depth about it, just to even if you didn't know something entirely, it gave you a little piece so you can, ask some questions to people like that. Okay, all right. So let's how old are you now?
26.
26, okay. Because the reason why everything's going chronologically is I want to kind of see. So what was your first did you go independent first or what? Were you just putting stuff on mixtapes? I mean, what did you do?
Mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? Like really that's it. My first look really, I could tell you I was 18 when I put out. It was really like 2013, I was a junior in high school. I did my first demo.
Okay.
2014, I finished my first mixtape, put it out. Nobody really knew about it. It was SoundCloud.
Okay, got it.
2015, I took it off SoundCloud and uploaded it to YouTube and back to SoundCloud. But within that time, because at this time we still doing disc and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the middle of that time, I met this guy named Q Guyton.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? At a show, I gave him my CD. He had some things going on with him. He was doing work with this artist named Dope Easy.
Okay.
And they kind of like embraced me as a little bro. And so I felt like at that time I would use the position that I was in to take that music down and then re-upload it with the new people that was like looking at me.
Okay,
whatever,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Then I dropped a couple more mixtapes and
right.
So yeah, it was mostly mixtapes and networking.
Okay, and that's cool. And it's kind of like what I was talking to you earlier about when I said when I was like, when Mystical first got out of the military, and then for me hearing P and then me going back to the East Coast, and it's years later, I've heard the music like 3.5, 4 years already, and then they playing it on the radio like it was brand new. And it's probably because the same thing. He probably just re-energized the thing, and people understand that things don't age. If it wasn't out there, then it's not going to age. It's probably still new to somebody else, and then it may be a different ear for the market. Or we only this is what I say about people local sometimes, right? We can get around a certain place and we can say, you know what, hey, I'm putting this out and in my hood, right? It could be a go or it could be a no. And then because people said it was a no, oh man, nobody likes it. No, bro. That ain't the case. Somebody may like it, but you have to take your eyes and your ears out of the local market around your neighborhood. It's kind of like, you can do something on your street and it might hit or it might not hit, right? Or you can sit here and say, you know what, I got a cousin that lives in Alabama somewhere. It doesn't matter. And he goes home, he takes it, and it's bumping. And everybody around there, I mean, they're in the club. Oh, man, this is hot. But around your way, people, because there's all some influences there, right? They may look at you and say, you know what, man, that's Buddie Roe, man. So I'm going to put a wall up anyway. Man, that's Buddie Roe.
Absolutely.
That's so-and-so son. I ain't studying him. Not even giving an opportunity because there's already a wall up already, right? They're not walking in with a mindset where people somewhere else, they might look at it like, yo, who is this right here? Oh, this is hidden. So you say to yourself, Bree, how is it that it's hitting over here, but it's not hitting over here? Well, it's probably because there might be some hating over here in some type of way. It's just reality, right? Okay, all right. So you do that. They bring you in as like a little bro. Okay. So how does that make you feel? Because somebody embraced what you're doing now. Something you previously uploaded before, but now you took it off put it back in another form, then re-upload it, and now these people take you. So how did that feel?
It just gave me more confidence in what I was doing, because how I was looking at them, I'm like, y'all doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was there. I had a part of this, like just the process of creating this movie called Cold Summer that starred Doe Beasy and Q Guyton.
Okay.
And basically like going to the movie premiere, and they sold out a whole theater at the Dunville AMC.
Come on now, hold up, we gotta shout that out now.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to sell out. They sold out.
Yeah, like 500 seats.
500 seats sold out. Yep. And what was the name of the movie again?
Cold Summer.
Cold Summer. Okay, hey, check that out, y'all. How can they see that?
It's on YouTube. It's Q Guyton and Doe Beasy.
Okay, y'all heard what he said right there. Cold Summer. I'll be checking it out. Sure. Okay, if they don't check it, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna make sure it's good. See, it's things like that. Never heard of it, right? So here I am, never heard of it, and now I'm sitting here. Okay, I'm talking about it's time stamped on the show, and so now I'm gonna check it out. Well, now some people who's watching this right here, they're gonna probably jump in their YouTube real quick on the other device and let me look it up and see what's going on with it, right? This is how it happens. See, walking outside of your normal and going into a whole nother lane, okay? Leaving your block and going to another street. You know what I'm saying? Or going to another city, or going to another state, or going to another country. This is how this thing works, okay? All right. So so that happened. So what was next?
After Cold Summer, we did a bunch of different just like stuff together. Like me and Q was I was a part of this collective with him called A&F.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we just did a bunch of music together, dropped a bunch of videos, did shows.
Okay.
And he took me to A3C for the first time and to South by Southwest for the first time.
Oh, shout out to damn Austin. You can stop playing around with it. The energy gets lit down there now.
In fact, he had me performing in front of OG Ron C and everything.
So how that feel?
Oh,
because
amazing.
now you sitting there performing and all these people around, like people don't understand that. Like what is that feeling like?
For me, the feeling is like, I don't know. It's two different feelings, but it's two unmatched feelings. Like recording and performing. They're two different, but it's like nothing physically, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that I can do outside of like family and God can make me feel like performing and actually creating music. The reception that people actually give you when your stuff is good. It's just like, okay,
and
so
they feeling it.
Yeah,
it's and the energy's coming at you, right?
Right.
Ain't it something about energy?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, people don't. Y'all better stop playing with energy. Listen, I already know the energy game got to be right. You know what I'm saying? That's why your wife been smiling the whole time she been in here. Shout out to the energy in here, cause she know energy when she see it now. She knows the stuff fake. I like that book you got right there. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. I got it right over there too. Come on, don't play. You better stop playing. You don't know who you dealing with up in here. You stop playing. I peeked your book handling game when you came out here. Okay, so. All right, so that goes by. So at that point, you're about what age?
20 or 21.
Okay, 20, 21. Okay, so a little time goes by. So you're still putting things out. You're still being creative, hanging around with the good people. People who have a mindset and stuff like that. All right, so what was the next kind of what you would consider a big thing that kind of happened?
The H-Town rap battle.
Oh, when was that? What year was that?
That was 2017.
So 17, it was the H-Town rap battle. And what did they have it
at? The Preston Theater.
Okay, the Preston Theater. Now, what made you think you can go run up in there? Tell me what made you think. God, I know you said the teacher said you could write, and people said your writing game was strong. Now, what made you feel like you can go bang with some people up in there?
It was just what was in me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, I know who I'm connected to.
Okay.
And I know what I've done in those rooms by myself when nobody looking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay. So you fill up in there, you submitted to be part of it, right? So was it one of the things you had to sign up, or somebody had to go vouch for you? I mean, you had to go battle against some people to even get to the semifinals. I mean, how was that?
Yeah. So first and foremost, I wasn't trying to do it. Like Doe Beasy, who was the one who put it on, he was like, bro, do it, because he had already seen like what I had, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he had told me like, maybe a year and a half before that, he was like, bro, in a year or so, like, you just gonna go to another level. And so he was like, bro, do it. But he knew like how I felt, because though I have lyrics and everything, I'm really like more of a musical artist. I care more about the music than I care about just going places and spitting.
Okay, got it.
You know what I'm saying? And
really the art aspect of it.
Right, exactly. He was just like, bro, just do it, bro. And so I signed up for the first one, and I got to the finals of the first one, and I lost.
Okay.
And something about just losing for me,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, something about just losing for me is like, it doesn't go over well with me.
Right.
And so at first I was like, man, I should have never did that.
Okay.
And you know, that initial emotion,
right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? And then I had a partner named Freddie. He was like, bro, go back. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna win.
Okay.
And yeah, and that's what happened.
What, you went back the next year? Or what?
No, I came back the next week.
So it was a continuous thing, or was it double elimination, or what?
It was a 5-week. It was a 5-week contest.
Okay,
so
got it.
Each week it was 25 people, I believe. Like, and so each round was like 5 people.
Okay.
And then the last round was all 5 people that won their round. And so the next week, basically, I went and I won my whole thing, and I became a finalist. So all the way at the end, it ended with 5 people.
Okay.
Still.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, that's what it was. I won my the second time I came back, I won my week, and then we got all the way to the final competition
for the overall.
Yeah, for the overall.
Yeah.
And then I won that.
Smoked it too? What? You put was it freestyle, or was it written, or how did that go?
It was just your best verse. Really.
Okay.
You know
okay, got it.
Oh yeah.
So you put them things together. So you put that thing together and handled that business and whooped up on it. Ooh, come on now. So I told you something special about him. And I'm trying to tell you, I didn't know all this right here, but I'm telling you, I can see something special in people. All right, so you went there, you won that. Coming off of that, how did you feel?
I felt just I keep saying the word confident, but that's really what it was, just confident, because it was just reaffirming, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I could win, you know what I mean? And and at the time, like, also just like a little bit sobered and humbled, because if I hadn't listened to Doe Beezy and signed up in the first place, and if I hadn't listened to my partner Freddie and went back, a lot of stuff wouldn't have happened for me, because a lot of people wouldn't have known who I was. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So really just like humbled, like, dang, okay, sometimes I guess I can kind of be in my own head about stuff. Maybe sometimes I should just go ahead and do some things. So just good, you know, a lot of eyes got on me from that.
Man, that's on point. Hey, we're gonna take a quick break right here and jump into that jaw juice real quick. And we're coming back, we're gonna get a little more detail and see what happened right after that great event. When you're ready for that pickup, there's only one juice to go for, and that's the jaw juice. That's 281-455-8797. Get you some of that good stuff. Jaw juice.
I wish you would have brought it back too.
It might come back. You might be the one to bring it back on them. You know what I'm saying? You might be the one to bring it back. You never know. Okay, all right. So so after that right there, you coming off that win, that W, knocked them all out. Confidence, you know what I'm saying, was already there anyway, because you went back. So what did you look at things from a perspective of just being an artist and probably taking things to the next level? Or did you? Was it one of those things where, like, you know what, let me just go on back to work, and you know, I still got my creativity, but you know, I'm gonna do this.
My mentality was definitely just get back to work.
Okay.
But other things just start happening.
Okay.
So, you know, that's where Bone come into play.
Okay.
You know, that night at the H-Town rap battle, that's the first time I ever met Bun B.
Okay.
That's the first time I ever met Slim Thug on a personal note.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I had been at one of his shoots before, because some people I knew like shot for him, and I kind of was an extra.
But it wasn't that conversation.
Exactly. It wasn't like he know who Buddie Roe is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that. And so even just like people like DJ Shantae, who was there, like I had known her, but they all knew me from just being around Doe and Q. They didn't really know like, oh, Buddie Roe, go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just like the notoriety from that, and then like shortly after that, like that happened at the end of November.
Right.
And December, I randomly get a call because I don't know how me and Bone exchange numbers. I ain't even gonna know. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I don't know how we exchange numbers.
Well, it must have been something because Bone is very deliberate. He don't just do things
He
like
just
that. That dude is
quiet.
when he make a move, he meant to make the move, and that's why I like him so much because he's very deliberate.
Yeah, facts. And so I don't remember like our first conversation, anything like that, but I do remember there. Matter of fact, I do. It was at the Sneaker Summit.
Okay.
It was at the Sneaker Summit in 2017. He got my number. We talked a little bit, and then shortly after that, he had hit me one night. Bun was performing at Spotify Rap Caviar. It was a night where they was doing Gucci Mane, Bun, and Maxo Cream. And he was like, I don't remember the exact words, but he was like, for just to sum it up, have some songs ready because I pretty much lined up for you to perform.
Come on,
night,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
So he already done made moves because he's so damn deliberate. He's so shout out to Bone, Bonafide. You know what I'm saying? You better stop playing around. He's so deliberate, and so like you said, you said he already done listen. This about to happen. Blah blah blah. He done told some people. You know how Bone do. I think he talked to people in a different way. He be different. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
But okay, so cool. So at that point when he told you this, so you excited or you like, man, I'm getting ready. I'm about to throw down in front of these people, you know what I'm saying, who are in the industry already. What?
All that. You know what I'm saying? All that. I was turned up. I ain't have a lick of nervousness. Like I was ready to go.
Cause it's just you.
Because I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like I had put in so much work without people knowing who I was.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So much like I performed in my room in front of, seas of people many times. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bet, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? And I think like the funny thing about that night is, I'm a big basketball guy.
Right. Cause you did say your crossover game was pretty strong out there. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of 9th grade now.
So we was in the back. I'm just chilling with Bun and Queenie, and Bone in and out the room. He floating around doing what he do. And Chris Paul walking there because he was playing for the Houston Rockets.
Okay. Look at you. You all access. Shout out that damn access you had.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
See what happens when we be with the right people sometimes? You hang around with Bone, you around everybody.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? CP walking there. I'm like, and Dope Easy was right there. He just texted me. He like effing legendary. I'm like, oh, what? You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like a big highlight. Queenie introduced me to Mike Dean.
Right.
Yeah, and then I got on that stage and I saw the sea of people, and I still wasn't nervous. That was the moment where I was it was like a real strong confirmation because it was 5,000 strong up in there.
Ooh, so you was about to go out there and put it out there. Yeah. Ooh, and like you say, no nervousness at all, nothing.
I was expecting nervousness when I didn't expect nervousness like while I was walking around doing stuff, but I was like, I'm pretty sure when I get on stage, it's gonna be some type of butterflies. Yeah. But I knew it was real when I got on stage, and then I saw the amount of people there, and it wasn't no nervousness.
So you just went out there and did your thing.
Yes, sir.
Handled your business. How many songs you do?
I did one. You know what I'm saying? Something happened with the timing. You know what I mean? And it was just cut it down to one. Yeah. And so I did one, and it was this song called "Traffic" off of EP that I had put out on SoundCloud and stuff called Before the Sunrise, which is an EP that was a prequel to my first official album, Sunrise Over Bragate.
Ooh, did your thing. Okay. You always making albums, doing everything. Okay. So coming off of that right there, you just did you start pushing or in the studio making new stuff, or like what were you doing after that?
I was definitely in the studio making new stuff because at that time I owned a studio. I was a part owner of a studio off Richmond Avenue.
Okay,
so I was in the studio all the time, just creating new stuff. I even got like the album that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This shirt that I got on, you know what I'm saying? It got NFC technology. It's an NFC chip.
Ooh, I see it already. Look at you. Come on, bro.
And so basically, if you tap your phone on there,
and when did you do that?
I did this in 2021. But the album that's on there, that's programmed into this shirt, is an album I recorded in 2018. You know, that I never put out. So basically, if you get this shirt,
you
getting an album that nobody else has access to.
Right. And see, and think about this right here, y'all. And this is what we're saying is like, you know, just technology and the way we're going, and sometimes we be behind, right? So what you're talking about, people are just starting to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, you did it, you know what I'm saying, a year ago. Now think about when it really started happening, right? For you to do that. You know, I think about this right here. Prince was an innovator. I promise you. I went to a concert. I'll say it. I didn't want to go. I did not want to go. And because I just thought it was cool for me to go see Prince. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even like Prince. You know, it ain't cool for me to go over see Prince, you know. And this was, you know, some years ago. And so but he was we found out how he kind of moved. So you buy a ticket for Prince, right? So we get to the venue. I mean, it's a coliseum. I'm talking about packed, you know, probably 70,000 people, right? So we get there, and great seats because I'm not gonna go nowhere where I can't sit close. So get there, we walk in, and they handed us, you know, we handed a ticket or whatever. They handed us this thing, and I ain't paying no attention to it. I ain't even think about it. He didn't announce it or nothing like that, right? And so we get to a seat, and you know, Prince, he rocked it. I'm talking about, first I was sitting there like this. I'm like E-Love from LL Cool J, right? But then a couple songs in, I'm standing up on the seats. I'm ready to go down to the stage. Prince had me going. So we get back to the car, and it was me and my ex. And so I opened up the thing. It was his album. So he was on this tour. So when you bought your ticket, you bought the album with it. And so he just kept going platinum after platinum after platinum. Why? Because he's selling his album. You know what I'm saying? With the ticket. You know, so it just made me think about, but he was the first one to ever do that. First person to ever do that. You know what I'm saying? And this was early 2000, I think like 2002, 2003 that he was doing this. And so that was the secret that he was doing. So the fact that now people can sell their albums in their merchandise, right? And then that person has that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it becomes more than just one thing for the fact that you would already kind of enter that already before most people have even thought about it, you know. And so hey, let me jump back into this commercial again real quick. This is and you probably still gonna see me too, but it's from my girl J Love Counter Code. These candles you see out here in the front, they smell so good. Smell good? Okay, don't make the face. When you know it's time to get the mood right. There's only one candle, and that's J Love Candle Co. You see how my stuff woofing now, and I'm woofing on purpose, but it works. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my boy Bonafide just asked me about this Hollywood, you know what I'm saying, beard oil. I have to vouch for it. I mean, you seen it when I was just only rocking a goatee only, you know, and I got this I've been using. I'm telling you, I mean, I have to keep it down, but like I said, I'm growing it out right now for a particular reason for this photo shoot. But when I tell you it brings it out, it brings your beard out 100%. I'm talking grow like a wolfhound or something, you know. All right, so you talking about the shirt, and you said the album is in the shirt that you had, right? What made you even get to doing that though? What made you think about that? Who were you around? You hang around Chameleon or something?
Nah, man, but the crazy thing is like he is somebody that isn't like sort of inspiration. You know, my dad was a big Chameleonaire fan,
right?
And when Chameleonaire had the Convos app, pretty much Doe Beezy put me and Q on the app with Chameleonaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is new app and everything. And so I just always, you know, peeped that he kind of swayed away from the music side, and then you start seeing them pop up in the Bay and Silicon Valley and all that, like, you know, with them real millionaires. And so,
ooh, he said, what did you just say?
Real millionaires, you know.
He said, Bree, you hear him? He said with the real millionaires, them real ones.
For sure.
Okay.
And so, yeah, he was an inspiration. I feel like more mogul wise than music, but even still musically, like I grew up and my dad had all of the mixtape messiahs. He used to love them. You know what I'm saying? And my dad always said Cam was the best lyricist out of Houston till he heard me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out Cam. He
Still shout him out. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing.
Right.
Buddie Roe just happened to be doing his thing right now. Okay. All right. So you did that piece with the shirts and stuff, that album in there right there. Bone came through, checked you out, you know, very deliberate, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, boom, 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 let's change these numbers. Had you performing, you know, you in rooms with people like Chris Paul and stuff like that, Queenie introducing you to different people and stuff like that. You're learning just by observing and watching people and how they move. So you really were in a situation where you could observe game, you know, and a lot of people are not subjected to that, right? Because what happens is they're just around their neighborhood and just the people, you know what I'm saying, that's around them. And they got to look at it this way. I see it as this way. And I'm thinking about my little brother this right here, right? Sometimes, like, even when he was an artist and he was with his friends, well, you know, his whole crew, they weren't artists. Yeah. So you're with some people who are not artists all the time, right? They're talking about different stuff and doing their energy is not the same. Right. The same way you say when you was in the other high school, the energies were not the same. So when you went to the other high school, you were able to really be creative. So sometimes when we separate ourselves from that and we get into rooms where people they understand the business, they understand the art form, you know what I'm saying? And then people from the managing aspect who kind of seen it, you know what I'm saying? If they ain't seen it all, they've seen a lot from a lot of different angles, right? And so they're going to be able to position you and put you in certain places that a lot of people want, what people that you hang around are not going to be able to get you into those rooms. I guarantee you, if you just hanging around with some of your crew, you are not going to be sitting there with Chris Paul. You are not going to be sitting there with Bun B. You are not going to be in the back having casual conversation with people like Slim Thug and stuff like that. It wasn't going to happen, right? Okay, so as you continue on to do your thing, what kind of came on next?
Feature from Slim on
you did a feature? Oh, with who?
I did a feature with Slim Thug.
Come on now.
On Motorsport. Remember the Migos song? Yeah, it was me, him, and Doe. And then I also did a song with DeLorean called Roll Call. You know what I'm saying? And both of those songs like I played on the radio. So
right.
Big milestone, check off. You know.
Come on now, on the radio, doing it big. Radio play. What you do, Bree, when you heard it on the radio? Were you there? She wasn't in the picture yet.
Yeah, she ain't know me.
Okay, good. Okay, we'll bring you in, but we're gonna bring you in now. Don't think we're not gonna bring you in. You ain't gonna be up in here. You know what I'm saying? I'll be having people in here with their significant other, you know, and I don't never leave their significant other out. Okay, so don't think that's gonna happen. You're gonna say some things. In fact, your mic hot over there, so we're gonna make sure it hits. Okay, all right. So at that point, you doing it. What year was that?
2018, the beginning 18. Of 2018.
Okay, 18. So you doing all that piece right there. So I'll tell you, Bone had you coming through the grapevine, didn't he? Oh, yeah, shout out to there on Bonafide. You better stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Hottest management in around. Period. When I say around, I ain't gonna say the state. I'm saying around. So wherever you at, around wherever you at. If you in London, it's the best around in London too. Okay, that's what we're doing out here. Shout out to Bonafide. You know what I'm saying? All day, every day. Look them up on Instagram. It's Bonafide. Bonafide. Okay, don't play with them. All right. So now time continues to go. All right. So you done that. What was going on next?
Really putting out music. He had me like opening up for Bun a lot.
Shout out to that open up.
Yeah, for sure. Consistently.
And,
shortly after that, it was really like I had a focus to leave Houston. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, man, is this the spot for
that's rarity right there. A lot of people don't do that. Yeah. But you said a key. You said you had a focus to leave Houston. You know what I'm saying? Not this, I just want to leave. I need to go somewhere. But you had a focus. So now, once again, it's deliberate. And why did you have the deliberate mindset?
Just because I felt like I didn't really see the turnover that I thought I would see with the things that I was doing, you know what I'm saying? And also I just really, truth be told, like aside from Bone, you know what I'm saying? The people that was around me wasn't really like focused on the same things, you know, not slighting them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like we've had these conversations, you know what I mean? The people that I owned the studio with and everything, it was kind of like everybody wanted to move in a different direction, but because stuff was taking off for me in another type of direction, everybody kind of wanted to hang on to this image of
see what's gonna break.
Right. And it was just kind of like I just kind of blew up everything in my situation. It was like, you know, let me give all this a break, and then I focused on moving to LA. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty much
okay. So when did you go out there?
I got out there in the beginning of 2020.
Okay, so you just said, you know what, I'm cutting slings with everything out here. Here, y'all do what y'all got to do. Get my little paper up behind it, and I'm gonna head out to LA. So, did you know anybody out there? Like personally knew somebody.
Personally, did I know anybody in
LA before you just rolled? Because you know some people are so scared to just take that plunge and go somewhere new.
Yeah, I ain't know nobody in LA. I had conversations with an A&R out there. And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? It was just like nobody else. I just really felt like at the time that was the spot for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, so you get out to LA in 2020. All right. How was that? It definitely moves a little different. LA moves a little different now.
Yeah, it moved different. I did the same thing in LA though. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't the looks that I did in Houston, but like, you know, I pretty much every night was going to shows, open mics, all that. And I was pretty much tearing those stages down too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So
and
you were making a name for yourself
already. Pretty much like I was winning money. You know what I'm saying? Like it was more the same, but like I kind of realized for one, like what I wanted out of the music industry. At that time I wanted to get signed.
Okay.
So
that was your deliberate act.
That was my deliberate act. Like, let me get over here where these labels is at.
Okay, right.
You know what I'm saying? Where they'll see me, and then that streamline to get signed is a lot easier in a LA or New York or Atlanta than it is in Houston.
Okay.
Because ain't no business offices out here.
Okay, got it.
But while I was out there, what I start realizing, for one, I start getting more in touch with God. You know what I'm saying? Like I start really seeing a lot of godlessness. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I start seeing like, man, really, I'm blessed to be from Houston. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people that fear God out here. And there's a lot of people that's just like family men. And they getting their bags and they getting out the way. And they owning their businesses and they got their things going. And everybody winning in their own way. And it's like out there, you know, that industry, you know what I'm saying? Rather you think figuratively or literally, it can snatch your soul. You know what I'm saying?
And that is true. That's 100% true. And for you to even identify that once again, still at a very young age, you know what I'm saying? To even identify that and see that, you know what I'm saying? So as you're ripping it up, you're winning contests and stuff like that. Like I said, the streamline, probably the record labels were a lot easier being there, or one of those other major record label cities or whatever, with the offices and headquarters. Time continues to go by.
Yeah.
So, what are you thinking about then? Are you really saying, okay, I've been out here long enough, or you know, what was up?
I had started getting paid opportunities back here.
Okay.
And so like I was like, man, I came at a crossroad because I couldn't afford rent and traveling back to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't afford the rent and like a plane ticket to go back to Houston and get paid for what I love to do. So I was like, what am I out here for? I'm out here for music.
Okay.
And so it's like I'm out here for opportunities in music. So what am I doing turning down opportunities in music if they're over there? And I need to go ahead and go back over there.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Along with seeing all of these other things, as far as like spiritually, you know what I mean?
Right.
That was kind of vexing to me. So it wasn't easy because I liked it out there. I had made friends out there, you know what I'm saying, that I still talk to this day, you know. But it was ultimately something that I knew I needed to do, and I don't regret doing it because like shortly after, COVID hit and shut everything down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now Houston and Texas is like the best place to be for an artist.
You right about that because it ain't shutting down. Shout out to I don't think nothing really closed up here. You might have to wear a mask for 2 seconds, but that was about it. But other than that, I think COVID missed in a lot of cases because I'll tell you, this place has been open and open and open. and I didn't see a bunch of people falling out from COVID. So I don't know if it just missed it here or just certain places. Like, no, we're not gonna have COVID over here. We can have it over here. If you don't go somewhere over here, you can get it. But if you go these spots right here, you're not getting it. And I think that's what happened, right? So you move on back here, right? So when you come back?
The same year.
The same year. Okay, so you had a brief time, but at the same time, you were able to be explorative and you learned something. You've seen different culture. You know what I'm saying? Not cultures, but just culture, just the movement of a state or movement of a city. And like you said, there was a lot of godlessness out there. And so, okay, you come back because business is back here. At that point, so is this when you met? No, she ain't there yet.
It was probably
we're gonna keep going till
She wasn't there yet.
Okay, no problem. No. So you're back. You were back. We got back when? It was 2020.
Yeah,
2020. Okay, so what did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah, when you got back.
Man, I really started. I started working on West Fuquay Kids, the album.
Okay, got it.
And which was another reason that I was like, yeah, it makes sense for me to come back as well because I had a lot of the album done before I had went to LA, but it was called West Fuquay Kids, and it was about
why that though?
Because that's where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? That's the main street in my neighborhood, Bradgate, West Fuquay. You know how it's Fuquay on the east side and through the southeast and all that. And so my side, we get all of the it's Orem over there. It's West Orem where I'm from. It's Airport over there. It's West Airport where I'm from.
Okay, got it.
So it's Fuquay over there and it's West Fuquay where I'm from. And so, that's the main street that I grew up off of. And, I kind of just wanted to tell the story of somebody in my shoes that's, I liken the album to like A Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar, where I was just really painting a picture of what it was like growing up where I'm from at the time that I grew up there. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of gang violence. It was a lot of different stuff that I could have got into, but I kind of just steered away from it. You know what I'm saying? And kind of saying why.
Well, I'm glad you did steer away from it because one, you're super talented. That's for daggone sure. So as that time went on, when did you decide to kind of re-engage back with no, because we get into how did the 2K thing come about?
2K.
How did that even come about?
Man,
oh yeah, no, let me answer the question about old Jay Gray here. Shout out my boy Jay Gray. The super trill avatar, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them lambs. You know what I'm saying? That lamb game is about to be strong. He said, would you drop an NFT album like Nas or Spitter, Andretti? Would you ever even think about doing something like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anything that's innovative, just me knowing where the world is heading, you know what I'm saying, digitally. Yes, I would. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta kind of formulate the plan behind it and really do more research and studying. Because one thing that I like to do is study the stuff that I get into. You know what I'm saying? Before I just go gung ho into it.
And not just jump because everybody else jumped.
Because everybody else jumping on it. Exactly. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are doing. And they're getting into metaverse stuff and all that and don't really just know about it. And I mean, I understand because it's like blind eyes can see that that's where the world going. But it's like it's still not regulated yet.
It's something to it. And then this is the other thing I want people to understand. And I'm not against anything, right? Because one, we have to grow. Okay, the evolution process is going to happen, right? But this is one thing people have to understand. Certain people have a certain amount of money where they can take certain losses and it doesn't hurt them as they're learning about something. It might be some things that they learned or they took some hits before something actually hit. Or you might just see a hit that probably really isn't a hit. It's probably a catch up because they had a big loss and they're not putting those things out. And that's the information that a lot of people don't have because it's like anything. Nobody is just giving out money. That has never happened in the existence of the world where everything was just, everybody hits. That's never happened ever since the world has been here. And so for people to think that that's just all of a sudden, they look on Instagram, hey, join this. Hey, this is what we all doing. We doing. Like that's just not reality.
It's a catch to everything.
It's definitely a catch, and then you're gonna get caught up in that catch. And that's the thing that's happening, right? Okay, all right. So how did the NBA 2K thing happen?
So my distributor, United Masters.
Okay, shout out to United Masters. Y'all start playing.
Yeah,
Y'all know who they are too.
absolutely. You know what I'm saying? They owned by Steve Stout.
Mhm.
You know, and basically I kind of got on them really early. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like kind of I seen them when they had probably like maybe like 10K followers or
Right.
something like that. And I was just like, well, hold on, what's this? You know,
Uh-huh.
and I saw that it was a distribution company. I was using DistroKid at the time, but I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, well, this owned by Steve Stout. He black. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that, like, you know what I'm saying? That was really my basis for doing it. I was like, you know, I don't know these people
Right.
that own DistroKid. No offense to them.
Yeah.
I don't know the people that own TuneCore. I know Steve Stout. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I know he's in touch with the culture and all these different things. So I was like, yeah, I'm finna go ahead and jump down with that. And so like I literally jumped down. They presented the opportunity to be on 2K. And I think when I got down with them, that was 2020.
Okay.
And
Right.
then they presented the opportunity for 2K 21. I was
Right.
originally supposed to be on 2K 21.
Ah.
And so what happened was after like when they got to me, it was kind of too late. The game was already out and
Okay.
doing its thing, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they hit me back and was like, instead of 2K 21, we're gonna just get 2 of your tracks and put them on 2K 22, and we're gonna put one of them on at the launch of the game.
Ooh,
So
come on, man.
yeah, that was all in
You see how that
21.
thing works? How God worked that thing out?
Oh yeah, facts,
He's how he worked it out.
sir.
You know, ooh, hold on, I gotta hit the button. I gotta look for the button on that one. Now, Bree, I gotta hit the button on him on that right there. See, sometimes, see, you could have been pouty facing and mad because well, I wanted to be on 21, but
Yeah.
look how important 2022 is. It's not saying 2021 wasn't important, but 2022 has a whole different face value to
Right.
it.
Yeah, it does.
2022 means something totally different for everybody because it's the come out year.
Right.
Honestly, it really is. This is the come out year right here, and for you to be part of something, and then the title of it is NBA 2K22 Legends Edition.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. When is there gonna be another Legends Edition?
Right. Probably at the 100-year
You
anniversary.
get what I'm
'cause
saying?
It's
You get
75.
what I'm saying? There's gonna be the 23 and 24, but the Legends, like you are a part of that. And then what you say? You the opening track on?
Well, it was just on at the launch. So
Okay.
basically, like they was gonna for 21, they was gonna put my stuff in the game after the game had already been put out.
Right.
But instead, like they put it at the launch. So basically, my song was on the album the first day, was on the game the first day the game came out.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ooh, come on now. Shout out to the game, man. I don't know nobody else did that. I don't even know nobody, but I know somebody now. You ever start playing? I know somebody. Okay, and who the songs that was on there? That's on there is who again? What songs?
The song is "Follow Me."
And who the producers on that?
David Ruiz is the producer for "Follow Me."
Shout out to damn David again,
Yes,
because he
sir.
came through tonight. I don't know about the other people, but David was up in there.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. He done been down with me through thick and thin. You know what
Come
I'm
on
saying?
now.
Like with a lot of the times where other people was like pulling away and had
Right.
different ideas. We stuck with each other because we had the same vision, and he
Right.
always was on par with my vision, and
Right.
and likewise. So that's my main producer. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? My Hispanic brother.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. He doing his thing though.
Yeah,
And we're gonna open it up here in before we get to the end of the story. We open the phone lines up so people can call in to ask particular questions or whatever too. So that's what we do out here. So I hope you call in too. You know what I'm saying? Big Roo. All right, go ahead now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then Snooze was I misspoke earlier. Snooze is actually the other producer for the other song that's on 2K.
Okay.
And that song is called Flying in the Fire.
Okay, well, shout out to Dagon Snooze for doing his thing on that right there.
Shout out my boy. So yeah.
Man, that's hot. That's hot. But we know them lyrics is killer on them things though.
Sure.
The lyrics is killer. Okay. All right. So they kind of so that sizzled and they did this thing right there. You howl for that, feeling good. Now, how does the Matrix? That's the reason why I say 2022 is so important, right? Because the Matrix Resurrection came out at the end of last year on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
They were smart with it, right? Because they knew how important 2022 was going to be. And it was a mindset so they can kind of orient and get people really thinking, which was brilliant. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about the word resurrection, as 2020. Man, I ain't gonna get too deep into it because I'll go there. Don't make me go there. The country boy get in there. Bree, you better watch out. The country boy get there now. Okay, so how did that come about? Period. And then we get into like, how did you feel when they snatched your stuff on up?
Same thing, you know. United Masters hit me. It was an email. This is coming up. And basically, the craziest thing is, one of my producers,
What's his name?
9 to 5.
9 to 5. Oh, he was in here already early.
Okay,
yeah. 9 to 5 was up in here early. He was the first one. I mean, we hadn't even started the show. He was sitting in there waiting.
Yeah, that's my
so
brother.
Shout out to my boy 9 to 5 doing this thing.
Yeah, that's my brother. So 9 to 5 has sent me a track. So I'm gonna just go ahead and lay out.
Yeah, lay it out.
So Avenue A, you know what I'm saying? That's
okay.
that's my movement. That's my record label.
Okay.
You know, and it's a mentality basically. Like,
so it's yours.
Yeah.
Like you got your own stuff. Shout out to that ownership.
Yeah.
Free. I told you that button gonna get hit hard tonight. Don't play with me.
And so,
Avenue A, y'all better stop playing.
And so basically that consists of right now me as the rapper. You know what I'm saying? Then like 9 to 5. You know, and the thing about it is, it's not like none of these people are signed to Avenue A. All these people can have their own labels, all at Avenue A. For them, it's just like a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? And so right now it's just kind of like me with the rapping. Then we got my producer, David Ruiz. We have 9 to 5 as an artist and producer. And then we have Second Press as a producer as well. So 9 to 5 sent me a track, and it was titled Movie.
Because he already knew it.
He already knew it. He said he
already knew it.
He was designing it as a movie score. And so and he's like,
hold on. Let me pause there for a second. Hold up. So to have a group of people around you, once again, see how we start hanging with these people who are creative senses?
Yeah.
The fact that he was sitting here thinking this, he ain't just about to having a song out there. We talking about movie scores.
Right.
Because people don't understand the way movie scores work and how once they're embedded, you know what I'm saying, and they're attached to a movie, how those numbers go along with that box office smash. Right? Hold on, let me hit the button again, damn it. Go ahead, man. Keep going. So, keep it going, Free.
So I was writing to that beat that day. The day before I got the email.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just remember like walking to the store, getting the Twix, and then like walking down the street, you know what I'm saying? Just like listening to the beat. And I'm like, man, this boy hard. Like I want something. And the only thing I could come up with was like the first lines you hear in Resurrections.
Right.
It's a movie. It's a movie. I kept saying that, you know what I'm saying, in my head. And then literally nightfall and United Masters hit me with the email about the Matrix, and I was like, it's mine.
Ooh.
I was like, it's mine. And I literally went and wrote my verse for it in probably like 40.
You put it in the 4-5. You went in the Michael Jordan number.
Yeah.
You went in and did it in the 4-5.
Yeah, I went and wrote it in like 45 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My brother, like I told my brother about the opportunity, and he was like, I'm finna book you a session.
Come on now.
And so he booked me a session at Buddie Roe.
Shout out to you, brother. What's your brother's name?
Fly.
Yeah, shout out to Fly.
You know what I'm
saying? Fly, you did your thing too now.
Yes,
don't act like you didn't do nothing, because bruh,
yeah.
Listen, he would have had that session one for you.
100. And so like he just, jumped right on it immediately.
Right.
The next day we went up in Buddie Roe. 5 came through. Rich came through. Baby came through.
Come on, baby came through. Damn Bree. She came through on
She actually in the song. Like
what? You got some credits on that? Come on. Oh, she come a little. She's trying to be all modest. Don't be modest up in here. Not in G5 land. Don't be modest. We honor you up in here. You know what I'm saying? We about that thing by winning.
100.
What? So you drop some stuff on. Let's see if that mic on over there. Tap it and see if it's on. Yeah, it's on. Pull that mic on over there till you read. Go ahead, pull it to you. So you drop. She gonna try to come up. No, you spit like you spit that rhyme up there now. So you drop something on there.
It was.
Pull it just a little closer.
The overlay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he already had the lyrics.
Okay, hold on. Who's talking right now so we can know who is this talking?
Okay, I'm Brianna.
Okay, that's
Buddie Roe's wife.
Go ahead. You better say it. You better stop playing.
Incognito.
Ooh, Incognito. That's your alias, huh?
Yes. It
okay.
is.
All right.
So he already had all the lyrics, and we were just in the studio,
Mhm.
and I was really just humming, like vibing. I liked the song,
Okay.
and
So
Buddy Roe
you already
asked,
felt it.
yeah. I
Mhm.
heard it a lot the night before. So
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
So I was
You do
pretty
get blessed with hearing stuff over it and
Yeah.
over it and over and over again, right?
So I was pretty familiar with the song.
Uh-huh.
And when we were in the studio, I was just vibing to it. And
Right.
Buddy Roe asked if I wanted to hop on.
Oh.
And for a moment, I was like, nah, like I'm not an artist. I don't do this.
Right.
But it was something in me that was like, this is a really cool opportunity on a movie. And you would be so upset
What?
if, once y'all get the information back that he's been selected,
Right.
you had an opportunity and you didn't take
You're
it.
right, because he already knew it was
Right.
his.
We both knew. We were both
Right.
pretty confident. So
Right.
yeah, I just went in and did my little overlay. It was something
So what was your
light.
part? What did you do? What was your part?
I sang They Say Time Heal Wounds.
Okay.
And I'm just praying mine heals.
Oh, so he's laid it on there,
Yeah.
laid it soft on there, and put it on there, and they put you up in the system, and boom, tracked it over. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but anyway, it sound good what I'm talking about. But okay, so you did your part. Shout out to you with your credits on there too. You better start acting like you ain't on there. Shoot, you better do it. Hey, Breeze album will be out next month. You know what I'm saying? All right. So you get in there, Breeze in there, she dropping mad heat in there. You do your thing, package it on up, send it on out, and you already knew it was a winner.
Yeah.
You felt it was a winner. Yeah. Cause now, so in that process, I can imagine the people that submitted stuff.
Right.
And I understand even hearing him and Mr. Stout talk about it as far as the over 13,000 people that for the game.
Yeah.
I could only imagine the people that tried to reach out for this particular thing,
right,
in the Matrix, bro. But it's so funny because you said your distributor, which is him, right. They're the ones sent you. They had so much confidence in you, pretty much, I think, for you to go ahead and shoot for that. You know what I'm saying? And so how did you find out? Okay, the submitting process. So they submitted it, or you just gave it to them and they pushed it up, or you pushed it up, or how did that work?
I just submitted it.
Okay,
that's it. And then like maybe a week or two later, I knew. Like first of all, I knew when I did the song. Right. You know what I'm saying, that it was gonna get selected.
What made you name it Resurrection though?
For one, the confidence that I knew that it would be selected for the Matrix Resurrections, and then for two, just like the hidden meaning, you know what I'm saying? Like I believe in Messiah,
right?
You know what I'm saying,
right?
And you know what resurrection mean in that regard,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, really, just that double meaning of like, hey, this is also something that I actually really believe in. You know what I'm saying? So. Just like a double entendre, right. And then the fact that the movie is called Resurrections.
God, okay, so submitted it up. The word came back to you how
long? So first, the first confirmation was like maybe 2 weeks. When they asked for the stems.
It was a little longer than that.
Like 3?
Maybe 3.
Yeah, like 3 weeks, and they asked for the stems. When they asked for the stems,
okay, the stems. Explain to people what the stems is, because they might not understand that.
All right, so when you do a song, you have the vocal, right? But the stems is basically where you have the drum separate from the melody, separate from the piano, separate from the violin, or whatever other instruments you put in there.
So it's basically the mic connected to that particular instrument, so they can kind of control the volumes the way they need to control individually.
Yeah, you can control the volumes. You can take out what you want to take out. You can like take out the vocals and just play the beat. You can take out the drums of the beat.
Okay.
And just have a melody in the vocal. Just basically so you have ultimate control.
Over control. Kind of like if you tracked each one of those things.
Right.
Basically. Exactly. Okay. So take a snap that. Okay, got it. All right. Cool. All right. So they asked for that, the stems. So at that point you kind of knew something was going on.
Oh yeah. I was like, they're not gonna ask for no stems if they ain't gonna use it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just know music better than that. They ain't finna ask for that unless they gonna chop it up and do something with it.
Do that thing with it, right. Yeah. Okay, then so they get the stems, you send them out, you kind of excited a little bit. Bree don't understand what's going on at that point because she's like, I don't know what the stems is, but okay, you said it sound good, it's good then.
Yeah.
All right. So how long was it before then that you kind of find out that they selected your stuff? The Warner Brothers say, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use this.
It was like another 2 weeks after that.
Yeah, like another 2
weeks. Yeah. So you get that call. It was a call, or what was it?
Hey, what was it? It was an email.
It was an email?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was an email.
So you got the email and
was it even an email? Or did they just post it on Instagram?
No, it was an email.
Okay, yeah. It was an email.
Okay, so what did that mean to you and for you? And what do you feel it meant to you and for you at that moment?
That's a good question. What it meant to me is just like this is for me. You know, when you and it's for the long haul, you have lapses where it's like maybe you don't think about quitting, but maybe like, man, you know, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Like stuff ain't just happening as fast as I think it is in certain regards. You know what I'm saying? And like that came through and it was just like another confirmation, like, no, you're on the right path. This is what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Because it wouldn't have been selected. It was always meant for you to be selected for this opportunity. So that's what it meant for me. And that's what it continues to mean to me.
Okay. All right. So that happened. So now from that point, like, so what did that do? Because one, the movie wasn't out yet, right? So it was up to a lead up to that point. So what did that do for you as an artist? And what did that do for you as just really looking forward and saying, you know what, there are so many other things out here now that I can do that I should be able to do now, because one, I've shown that I can even go back to the rap battle. You know what I'm saying? You went in there, you know, okay, yeah, your man told you, no, go back. You went back, you chopped that up, you beat it, right? It just seems like everything you really you displayed the confidence, you showed the confidence in whatever you went toward, that once you actually did it, like it was nothing. Even when you were performing in front of 5,000 people with Bun and them there, and you know, Slim, Thug there and stuff like that, you went out there, no nervousness, and you just really handled your business. So really it was what's in you. You know, that's like really who you are, because there's no nervousness when we are who we are. That's really what I call people walking in their truth. When you walk in your truth, you can't be, there's no being nervous when you walking in your truth, you know. And people can take it the wrong way sometimes. They can take it as being ornery or being you know, just, oh, you think he's something, or she thinks she's something. No, it's just that person walking in their truth. You're not
I think
saying,
I am something though. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
they're saying that.
Yeah,
They're saying that,
for
you
sure.
know. You know.
That's because they think that they not. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, if we all really walked around here like who we knew we was, you know what I'm saying? Like then everybody will really just be having their own opportunities and standing out like that in their own regards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
So what did those credits do for you? Like those are some heavy credits, man. Those are some heavy credits. So what do you think they done for you?
I think they just so far put me in more people's faces. You know what I mean? Definitely just stuff to put on the resume, like when I want other opportunities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That EPK is always something that's of major importance. You know what I'm saying? And in this industry, it's all about what have you done for me lately?
Right, true.
And so, you know, those things are kind of like, you know, here's what I've done for you lately.
Right. True. Okay, so you went to California, came back, you did all these things. So what made the come around back to Bonafide? Because and when did that happen, and why did you think it was important for you to do that, even though you had all this kind of success a little bit on your
own? Honestly, you just know who in it for you. You know what I'm saying? You know who really got your back. And also loyalty. You know what I'm saying? I felt like there was unfinished business, and you know, for where I know I'm going,
right.
I definitely just really would want him to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because he scooped me up when I was 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? He seen great things in me when I was 20.
Right.
And put me in a position to really display those things, which aided in more confidence to where even when I was moving by myself, you know, I still had those things that was implemented.
Okay.
And also just like being like really spoiled as far as being like feeling protected in this game. You know what I'm saying? Not from another man or anything like that, but from just like maybe that person, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or maybe that person, you know, Bone, like he a real OG. You know what I'm saying? Like he care about the people that he really rock with. And I know for sure he really care about me. So
right.
You know, it's just different. It's more than just business. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's fam. You know what I'm saying? And I know he cared about me. So that was really the major thing that went into it, man. You gotta have people that really care about you on a personal level, and then also care about you being successful if you really want to be successful. And also if you really want to remain humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't gonna hold his tongue about anything. You know what I'm saying? He gonna pull you to the side, text you, talk to you, whatever, you know what I'm saying, about what he see and what he noticing, good and bad. So I've just, over my years and growing from being really a teenager in this industry, and then growing to be an adult in this industry, I see the importance of accountability, and people that really that's the same thing with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, she is who she is to me. She's my wife and everything, because she's somebody that's if she see that I got a little something in my eye, she ain't gonna let me walk out the house with it. She gonna tell me what it is, no matter how hard it is, because those the people that really want to see you win. They ain't gonna let you just go out there looking bad. You know what I'm saying? So.
Nah, that's great, and I think definitely speaking about you coming back around and wanting somebody who is loyal, because we know it's probably in this business there's a lot of people who want to say they're loyal, but or loyal to you in this right here, but they're not loyal to themselves, and I say that kind of a lot with people. Some people holler that loyalty stuff all day, and but they're not loyal to themselves, so there's no way they can be loyal to another person, and they don't have any type of morals and stuff like that.
Facts.
And people who are just want to get over on somebody, like, one, I'm not around those type of people. I have a certain type of energy I give off, and I have a certain type of energy that I'm only going to receive. And we control what we receive, right? If we're going to be around that type of energy, then we're probably going to get that type of energy.
You accept it,
right? Or you're gonna be around certain places, and you already know what comes with being around certain places. It's not for me to go, oh, I'm gonna go in these places and change that energy. No, it's just I'm not gonna put myself in those situations, because anything can happen.
From this point, I'm gonna change it over here.
There you go.
Y'all see me. Hopefully, y'all change.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? I'm respecting what you got going on over there. So I'm not even going over there, and that's the cool thing about it. So, but I will, I definitely, I'm not trying to make it a bona fide moment or nothing like that, but it's just really, I've known Bone for about a year now. You know what I'm saying? And it goes like you said before, when you were talking to Slim and being around Queenie and stuff like that. There's times when people are in a room and people are around people, right? I even go back to even the Kanye's documentary, the Ye Genius thing, Genius. I was looked at one of the time when he was just really that beat maker. And so Rockefeller had some type of event, but he's been on the roster for a minute, right? And when he had walked into the room with Jay, he was in the partition line, just kind of like everybody else who was walking by Jay-Z to do this right here. Even everybody knew he was making beats for this guy for a long time, but there wasn't a personal relationship. You get what I'm saying? There wasn't any that conversation of personal. And so to see and me just being around Bone and understand that's how he operates, you know what I'm saying? I see him, he's very personal with his people, period. And if he does get to the point where he will communicate with you, you know what I'm saying, other than just, hey, how you doing, respectful stuff, when he goes to that next level with you, you already know there's a loyalty that he is giving you.
Facts. He didn't talk to my dad, everything.
So that's cool right there. And for you to be part of that and realizing that, hey, I want that again. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that is amazing. Quick couple questions real quick before we throw this phone number up here. Jay Gray said, what you how do you view old Houston versus new Houston?
I feel like,
Jay, don't be trying to start nothing either. Don't mess with it. Because sometimes people can look at that as disrespect.
For sure. I definitely know. Like, I've seen all that. And it's just like, I'm a special story because I'm received by all the OGs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have that upbringing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see a Slim and he always acknowledged me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I see a Bun and Bun was really the only person, you know what I'm saying, either big or small, that when I got on 2K reposted it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, the youngster Buddie Roe on 2K. You know what I'm saying? No no nudging him to do it or anything like that. He seen that it happened and was like, well, I'm gonna repost this. You know what I'm saying? That's my little bro. I've been seeing him out here moving.
Come on now.
And so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The old Houston is. I can't say that it's nothing there because I mean, I definitely be seeing the just back and forth, but it's just not my reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So old Houston, they got their spots.
Right.
They solidified. And I think New Houston just clawing and trying to figure out their own spots. You know what I'm saying? And and that's definitely what I'm trying to do as well. You know what I'm saying? Just position myself to be where Bun at, or where you know what I'm saying, where a Scarface at, you know what I'm saying, all of these people. Because some people be asking, you know, some people be just asking for people to put their arms around them and all that. And that's really not how the industry work. You know what I'm saying? Like when I did the feature for Slim Thug, it was dope. It was something nice to post, but it's no guarantee that Slim Thug's people gonna go and actually enjoy a Buddie Roe record. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's really the power in the community that you build for yourself. And I think that's what be the misconception why people be like, oh, OGs ain't doing this and ain't doing that. It's really only so much that they can do, because even with their cosigns, if you don't got a fan base for yourself, or you don't got your own movement or your own wave, it really don't even matter.
Right, because it's not saying that those people are going to feel you.
Right.
That's part of that, you know what I'm saying, entourage or that grouping or whatever, the people that's pushing them.
Yeah.
You know, that the machine piece right there. Yeah. Okay, man, I think that's a great. Let me see what Don Kraft said. It's facts protect your energy always. Let's see here. During Vintage said, what's the name of that beard oil? Let me tell you the name of this beard oil. This is Hollywood. You know what? I'm gonna put it. Let me type it in here so y'all can get it right here. You know what I'm saying? You can go to at Hollywood Al. Okay. Make sure I got the right Instagram. I think it's www. Hold on. I want to make sure I get this out here because that's what this is about. I'm telling you, your beard gang gonna be strong. Look, he already rubbed that thing. That thing looking good over there, shining like that. I ain't saying it wasn't shining before you came, but it got a little extra, little glisten to it right now.
Sparkle.
A little extra, you know what I'm saying, like soul glow. You know. Hold on, let me see here real quick. I got the. Boom. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I put the wrong thing. It's Hollywood Eye.
Yes, sir. Support.
Yeah.
Support independently.
That's what you got to do, man. And we have to use our platforms, whatever platform we got. If we say this is what we're about, you know what I'm saying. Hey, if you go ahead and follow him on his Instagram, and like I say, you'll see here. He's on right now. He's on the OWN network. On another TV show right now. That's popping off. Is another thing that's about to pop off. That's real hot. So you about to see Hollywood again on TV on a couple different stations, doing this thing. And so definitely support the brother. In fact, what happened was a big push came during Valentine's Day. Man, he sold out on Valentine's Day, man. You know what I'm saying? People went out and bought the oil and did their thing. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what we saying support. And not just because it was a holiday, but at the end of the day, like we push it out. We say it all the time. Listen, man, there's so many people that have beards, right? And it's $10, right? The $10 or $11.99 or something like that, right? But people go to Walmart, they'll go to wherever, and they're buying beard oil. Trust me, they're going into Walmart and Target. They're selling beard oil all day long, right? And but to how many people do you know have their own beard oil? You know what I'm saying? That actually smells good. You smelled it, Bree. It smells great. It makes you. I'm proof. So my thing is, I talk about this every time I come on the show, and so I ain't lied about it. I was once without a beard, you know, and then I started using this right here. And my beard just was growing, no disconnection issues or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't dye my beard. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't an old guy. You know what I'm saying? I just have wisdom. So that's where this gray comes from. Shout out to the damn gray right here. It's hot right here in these streets now. I'm telling you, the women love it. You better stop playing. They love it. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't dying. We ain't Beijinging. I'm not giving nobody no Beijing money. I'm not dyeing my beard. You know what I'm saying? This is what I got. This is what I got. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? And when I do this photo shoot, y'all gonna see it's really gonna be hot though. But so the fact that this brother has a beard oil, man, come on. There's no reason why. And my thing is right here. I'm like, yo, no. You sell a million bottles of these right here. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent had that little drink, and his goal was to sell a million bottles. He did it. You know what I'm saying? He bought some headphones, and guess what? People got all kind of headphones. They bought his headphones, right? You know, and there was a machine. That was somebody else's stuff though that he tagged on to, and because he don't make headphones, but he got it and they made headphones and they sold, right? This brother right here, he has a chemist. You know what I'm saying? A young lady. You know what I'm saying? A young lady who was a chemist. And they came up with this right here, all natural stuff. Period. And so to watch that happen to me, I said, no, bump that. You know, I got a beard. People know somebody else that got a beard. You know, and somebody knows somebody got a beard, a chin piece, or something.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You know, people out here now when it go like we were talking about earlier, right? I'm saying like, look at all these kids that play NBA 2K, right? 22. And as soon as it came out, they were on it, right? And not thinking, they listening to music, they listening, not paying attention to it. Well, they paying attention to it, but they're not, but they know it though, because they hear it. You get what I'm saying? And so now they relate, oh man, this guy right here, what? He's on the daggone thing. Or now when they go watch Matrix, guess what they're thinking about? Oh man, it's a brother, his song, you know what I'm saying? Like that's amazing, bro.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. So when we're able to put that through there and we hear the story, you know what I'm saying, of a young man, you know what I'm saying, growing up in Mo City, you know what I'm saying? Played some basketball, this little thing, walked a different path, was always different, right? Didn't follow the trend of what everybody was doing. Everybody was wearing some forces, you were doing your own thing, right? Um, Still as you continue to move on, you know, you went from your regular high school, went to another high school where you can kind of relax, drop your shoulders a little bit, open up that creative sense of your mind, right? Which helped build that person, that one that met Bree, that person that was able to create tracks with his homeboys. What's their name again? Cruz,
Ruiz, David
Ruiz,
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 9 to 5,
9 to 5,
second press.
second press.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? With those individuals, so that you can create great music that was able to be put on into a game, that were able to be score up for, you know what I'm saying, a motion picture that's going to do billions, because we know it's going to do billions. Absolutely. By the time it's all done and said with, right?
Thanks.
To have that, to understand that, okay, you walked with, and part of that growing process, you know what I'm saying, you hit somehow got in contact with Bonafide, aka Big Bone. You know what I'm saying? Let me take the big off. Bone. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you know people with one name, they it's bigger that way. Bone. So that you could sit here and develop. He put you in rooms so you can watch, you can observe. You watched him. You observed him. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. For you to be someone young to be able to sit back and kind of let me watch how these things are moving. Let me watch. Oh, let me see how it move. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know, Bone's a very calm dude. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Unless he probably have to get into somebody, I would hate to see that. But but the way he moves is he moves with loyalty. Yeah. He moves with calmness. He moves with explanation. For you to get that, okay, and then okay, you went off the couch. You know what I'm saying? You said, "Hey, I need to go ahead and shut down the studio on my side of it. Do blah blah blah." Hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make another move. I'm gonna go out to California, right? You went out there. You seen some things. You learned some things. You went out there, you rocked the mic, and did your thing. You know, okay, but you saw some stuff that probably wasn't as you had God in you, and because things are so loose, and you said that one, hey, back there in Houston, people kind of fear God. Mm-hmm. You know, they have the standard. They walk around as manly men and things like that. So I might need to go back there. Yeah. You came back, other opportunities opened up for you. Then you re-engaged and said, you know what? I understood what my foundation was before. I learned a lot from this individual. Mm-hmm. So let me go back, you know what I'm saying, contact Bonafide and be like, yo, you know, a lot of the stuff I have, you know, so I got it from watching things you did. Yeah. I took a lot of those traits, and those were the things that made me able to survive and kind of move the way I moved. Yeah. And I, you know, and you said it yourself, not from a point like I'm gonna beat people up, but the fact that he's respected in the industry is somebody that one, he ain't gonna let somebody get over on you. Yeah. He's not gonna let somebody, nah, hey man, okay, look out for this right here. Pay attention to this, right? Mm-hmm. you can walk with a certain comfort when that happens. Even when you said it, when you were talking, you were like when you said it, you kind of went like this and like yo, dude got my back.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's great. So, but it goes into you and your decision making. You know, I told you before, I seen you as special. Honestly, I seen you as special. When I just kind of looked at everything and looked, I was like, yo, that dude's special right there. He's gonna do something. And you are a star. You know, a lot of people here. I don't tell everybody a star. I think it's 4 people I've had on the show ever. That for me, you know what I'm saying, from what I've seen. I ain't saying they're not nothing, but you the 4th one. And I know it's a star. And those other 3, they doing their thing already. They doing it. And it's not saying they weren't doing it before, but still at the same time, how many people would tell somebody that? They've never met them. And they just tell them. And it's not one of those things that people, they just pass out. They don't just pass that out.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can imagine how anybody could feel, you know what I'm saying, when it does happen, you know. So, you know, so much respect to you, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, who's that? The Almighty Rick, REK. 95 doing this thing. Always. Okay, check this out. We're gonna open up the lines for a few minutes, you know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna get a couple questions for my man, and then we're gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. But I definitely want to get a couple questions in because one I think is, you know what I'm saying, warranted for that because great accomplishments. But let me give you this jaw juice in real quick. And then we'll come on back to the phone line. When you're ready for that pickup, there's only one juice to go for, and that's the Jaw Juice. That's 281-455-8797. Get you some of that good stuff. Jaw Juice. All right. We're back. We are back. Hey, I'm gonna throw that shout out to the girl Stephanie Wallace Venters. Who that right there? You know her? You know Stephanie? Who? Shout out to Mama. The Mama done came in and put all these stars in here, happy faces and smiley faces and everything in here. Mama's gonna support now. That's my baby up there. That's right. Take care of my baby on the show. Okay. All right, we're gonna throw these throw this number on up so people can call in. I'm gonna pop it up here in a second. It's gonna be there. It is right there. 512-296-4803. If you want to call on in and if you got a question or some piece of part or something, a compliment or whatever you want to call it, go ahead and do it. Let me make sure I got my stuff on point. If not, you can mess around and call Bone phone. You might be connected to it. Let me see. Okay, now I'm connected right there. Hey, the number is 512-296-4803. And let's go ahead and anybody's welcome to call in. I wish 895, call on in real quick. I want to ask you something about this on beat. You know, you be dropping off on us like that. If you don't mind calling in 95, I appreciate you. That's 512-296-4803. If you can call in, I greatly appreciate that. Or if not, we know your mama will call in. You know what I'm saying? She'll call in. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with them. You know. 95, can we get you in there real quick? 95. Try to get 95 to call on in. 512-296-4803. Let's see here. There you go right there. We knew we were going to call.
Yes, sir.
Who we got on the line?
Yes, sir.
Who is this? 95?
9 to 5.
Shout out for 9 to 5 in the building, y'all. Y'all better stop playing. We got 9, 2, and 5 up in here.
Yeah.
You better stop playing. 9 to 5 on 5cast. That's what we do. Hey, what's going on, bro? How we doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed.
Man, what's that track? What's that track you jumped off on?
Resurrection.
Man, you better stop playing. You did your thing on that.
Yeah.
You put that stank on it. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, man. I just want to say shout out to Buddie Roe, man. He really saw the vision on it. It was meant to be kind of practice. You know what I'm saying? Getting back at it, and I made it in form of a movie score, and it's just crazy how he saw the vision of it being part of a movie. So shout out to bro. He always been a visionary, Lisbon legend. He already know that. It's always love. So yeah, just wanted to say that, man.
Okay, well, can I ask you a question real quick though? I know you want to jump off there real quick.
No,
hey, so because of that, you called that that score. What did you call it? You named it movie.
I called it movie. Yeah.
Okay, so you call that movie. So now, what was it when you were making it, right?
Right.
Like, what were you thinking of? like honestly, real talk. What was you thinking of?
Oh man, I was, to be honest, I was manifesting because I was still kind of, knocking the rest off, but really just kind of manifesting my way through it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the end result, but I knew it was gonna be something powerful.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I was just basically messing with stuff, just letting God use me in the process. And
come on now.
And it felt unfinished.
Right.
But I gave it to people that I knew would make something happen to it, like my bro Second Prez. I just really, I see him as like a kind of a mentor, somebody that can like keep me on my toes when it comes to producing and just making music. Same with David, David Roe is.
Right. And then
shout out
to Roe.
my bros.
Shout out to Roe again. Shit, stop playing.
And I sent it to them, and he made it happen.
Right. Man, that's fire, bro. That's really fire, man. To see y'all creative process and just hearing how you came about to make it happen, and just kind of passing along and pushing it so that and then he got to it. So now, when you heard his lyrics to it, what did you do when you heard them lyrics?
Chills. Like, all right, so he sent me the voice memo, right? And this was before it was even recorded. He sent me the voice memo, and I was low key on the way back home from work.
Okay.
And I don't know. I just kept playing it back over and over, like this is what came about from just something that I just saw as practice,
Right.
And to see it being as big as it was and getting the success it has. Landing a movie, sync, like placement, it was just a blessing. And really, it showed the road. It opened up the road. It's kind of like turning on the high beams on your car and just seeing the road ahead. And it's like, all right, this is what we prepared for all this time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, I just saw it being it's only up from there. And many more to come.
So what did it? I mean, since that was just you just practicing, your practice getting movies. I mean, shout out to your practice. You know what I'm saying? I hate to see you in the lab for real.
Straight up.
But let me ask you this: did it put any pressure on you as far as now? It's like, man, like shoot, that jumped up in there. Like, what type of pressure do you think it put on you?
That's another thing. It's not more so pressure, because being that I wanted to do music since like 10 years ago. It's just preparation that led to this point. Right. No matter if it was off and on, no matter what trials and certain roadblocks came about. Like I always knew that in some form or fashion, no matter how late or how soon, I was going to be a part of something big.
Right.
And it was going to be pertaining to music. So I always sharpened the tools. I always stayed sharp when it came to that. No matter if I'm practicing or not, whether I'm writing or whatever, I just knew that my time would come eventually, because this is what I prayed for. And it's not more so pressure, because I feel like I prepared for this moment. And it was just like waiting for that opportunity, no matter what form it showed, no matter what it came as.
Right.
I just knew how to be prepared for it. And I feel like that was the sign.
That's powerful, bro. That's really powerful. So what's next? What's next on your books? What you got going on?
Working on an album right now.
Okay.
With the same guys, of course. David Roe, Second Prez, Buddie Roe on the album too.
Okay.
Yeah. So we keeping it moving forward.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Well, I'm gonna tell you this right here, bro. And this is just real talk. I know people be saying that. They say people in the industry be saying this type of stuff, but I ain't no industry cat. I'm an old country boy from North Carolina.
Straight up.
But I tell you this right here, man. When y'all put y'all stuff out, bro, just make sure I get it.
Straight up.
Just make sure I get it, man. We're gonna push it. We're gonna push it in a whole different way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We got Avenue A tape.
That's love.
Oh, for real?
Yes, like basically off the momentum of Resurrection.
Yeah, you got to do that momentum now. Can't be playing.
We decided to just like capitalize off of that. David, Second Prez, 5, they dropped everything that they was doing. I dropped everything that I was doing.
Right.
And we just like put together like 4 or 5 tracks. And it's gonna be the first Avenue A Presents project.
Are you serious?
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Yeah.
so when they're dropping off?
March 18th.
Oh, so y'all got a straight date? What y'all doing for it? What y'all doing for it?
Well, right now it's really just all digital stuff. I know we have the HT Expo, which is basically a show with it's a festival with Roe and Slim Thug. You know what I'm saying? They headlining. It's in SA. Besides that, you know, we just gonna be doing like interviews, and we got a video for Resurrections coming up.
Right.
That's really it right now.
Okay, well, check this out. This is what I want to do then. I want to when y'all free some space up with y'all, you know what I'm saying, for your drop, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's the day before or the day right after, if y'all don't have nothing lined up, I want y'all to come here. Okay. I want all y'all to come here.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to do a special show for y'all. Okay. Because I think that's cool.
Crazy.
I think that's cool, man, for real. You know, and I probably be a little larger by that time, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My little touch reach be a little better. You know, because I'm hanging around Bone and I'm drinking milk. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hey, all right, 9 to 5, man. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, where can they find you on Instagram? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, 9 to 5. That's number 9 TOFYVE_official.
Okay, y'all heard it first right here, and we're gonna see him on that Avenue 8 dropping. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have the Bulls up in here. You know what I'm saying? 9 to 5. My man, what's the rest of the dude's name? The other two?
Second Prez and David Ruiz.
And Rue. And I'll be calling him Rue. I done named him Rue now. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna bring Rue, Second Prez, 9 to 5, and you know what I'm saying? You know, Buddie Roe back in here, and we're gonna do that thing. We have that special show for them. I'm gonna call it the G5 Presents Avenue 8 drop all day. We doing it big. Yes, we're gonna make it happen. That's what we do. And this is what we have to do. Understand what I'm saying? 9 to 5.
Yes, sir.
You understand? This is what we have to do. Okay. This is how we move forward. This is how we move. You know what I'm saying? My movement is called Move Different. If you ever see anything I got, it's gonna say move different on it. And it can mean whatever you want it to mean. But the thing that means is you move different. You don't have to move the same way everybody else move. You understand?
Right.
You make your own path, you make your own way. And you can do that. It's harder, it's longer, and it's more tiresome. But I promise you, it's more rewarding because when you can do something and say, you know what, I did it. And can nobody take this away from me because I did it. You know what I'm saying? That's when, and nobody's, no offense, nobody's over you or you running off somebody else's reputation. Like I'm wearing a 5K. That's what I'm wearing. I wear a chain, I'm gonna wear a G5 chain. You feel what I'm saying? I'm my own man. You know what I'm saying? And when we go away from here, when we know, you understand? And that's why I have this here. Because it's in me. It's my name, but it's me though. That's the difference.
Right.
And nobody will ever have to wear this. Only it's me. You get what I'm saying? Because anybody come around me, they wear what they are. It's the same way you say you did with the record label. It's not about that right there. What you do, and I like that when you said that, you become a springboard. That's what it's about. If we're not helping somebody, bro, you know what I'm saying, Bree? If we're not helping somebody, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because we can do for ourselves easy. But if we're not helping somebody, you know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody wearing this around their neck. I don't need nobody throwing up the G5. I don't need you doing that. I'm going to throw it up because I can walk and I can handle that. And people don't understand that when you can walk and handle what you have, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different way of living. I promise you, it's nirvana, it's happiness, it's just joy, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And then you bring people with you and you say, okay, yeah, that's cool, but you about to do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't associate nothing with G5. This is you. You get what I'm saying? And when you watch that, and now we all eating and we drinking at the same lake. You know what I'm saying? You ain't drinking in my lake. Yeah. You're not coming to my lake. No. We drinking at the lake. And it's for everybody to drink. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If we look at nature, if we go to the continent of Africa, we looking at the Serengeti, the way things move around there, and the way it works, the migration process, the way lions for different prides, and they go to water holes. Don't nobody own the water hole. They don't block it off and say, you know what, nobody else can use the water hole. They don't do that. It'd be different prides, different lions, different animals. You know, they all drink from the source. You feel what I'm saying? And nobody owns it. And so if we take a look at that piece, sometimes I'm telling you, man, you know, but it takes time, life, experiences, us to go through things. Some people haven't. Some people they've been through certain things, but when you can walk through and see life in a certain way, or you can, life was about gone for you. You get what I'm saying? Or you went into a way and you knew your life it can be gone. You know what I'm saying? Not because you were put into a situation, but because that's where you were at. And over, and you watch it and you see it, you'll understand, you know what I'm saying, representing you as a person. You'll understand that. And I like what y'all are doing. And so that's probably what makes everything different for me when kind of just looking at the way y'all do things. You know, since I appreciate the way y'all have that whole Avenue project and the fact the way you got the record label set up, you know what I'm saying, that people, it's not to hold anybody anywhere. It's like so people can be creative. You know what I'm saying, and go off on their own thing. Okay. Hey, so I appreciate you 9 to 5. Hey, I look forward to that day right there when we do that thing, man. We're gonna make it happen. All right.
No, definitely. Appreciate you.
All right, bro. Hey, shout out to 9 to 5, y'all. Check him out on all his social networks and everything. Hey, listen, this has been great, bro.
Absolutely.
When I tell you it's been great, and it's great because one, you coming back, so that's a good thing, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to meeting the crew. You know what I'm saying? And so we can sit in here. We're gonna sit in here. We can have some food, and it's just gonna be a great time, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward. Bree, it was nice meeting you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you did your thing. You know, you got your piece on the jam. You on there too. So that's what it's all about. Leave us with something. How was this experience?
I really enjoyed it. It was very inspiring. Actually, to just
shout it a little closer. I want to make sure the mic get you.
It's just been really inspiring overall, just watching Buddie Roe's journey and what I feel like is a short time of just being involved at this level. So being able to come here and be like behind the scenes, and firsthand experience of him just being interviewed, it's really cool. And I also feel like I knew a lot of the things that Buddie Roe shared tonight, but from the perspective of how you were asking it, it gave a lot of new insight. So that was really neat.
Okay, well, shout out to learning. I love the learning process. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, Buddie Roe, for you, like, how was this process? And, you know, what do you think about the experience and everything? And if you learned anything tonight?
Just genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like I respect that more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done a million interviews where, like, you know, the person just got these stationary questions. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you really like wanted to have insights. You know what I'm saying? You really wanted to know what was going on. You really genuinely interested. So I feel like, you know, just really building. You know what I'm saying? We know each other now. You know what I'm saying? This was like a conversation. So, you know, I just appreciate that more than anything, because you don't get that everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it was just another part of the fam just got built.
Man, I appreciate that. And that's really how it is. And that's how it is with me, because anybody that come here, it is. You know, I have a relationship with everybody that has come to my show. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming up on a year here, you know, in a few weeks. So it's
congrats.
And so thanks. I appreciate that. And so it's one of those things where to be able to create relationships, to be able to grow, because that's what has happened to me. I've grown because everybody come here. I've learned so much from everybody that's come here. And just as well, I learned from you tonight. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I think that because I'm forever learning, you know, and as long as I think as people we continue to do that, I think we'll be okay.
Absolutely.
And I think definitely connecting the generations. I'm really big on that. You know, and I said it in my last 2 shows. I was saying how people, you know, it's always been, especially in our community, where once people get a certain age, they kind of stop talking. You know, it's kind of like, you know, when you were going to the family reunions or cookouts or something like that, the kids that were out there, right? The fun people was over here and the older people over there, right? It was always separate. Then as time continues to go, the rotation happens. Now the kids, they've had kids, they got kids over here. Now they're the ones partying. Then the people who are partying now, they kind of sitting in the kitchen, and then the other one, it's a transfer.
Right.
But what happens is there's a cutting off of communication. And with that, there's a lot of learning that could have happened, right?
Dialogue.
You know, and which will kind of streamline a lot of things. So part of my thing is, and this is what I did love about being in the military. The one thing it does is the military is a young person sport. No matter what. The average age in their period throughout it, no matter what, is like 18 to 25. That is the general age, right? So what happened, no matter what, you age out at a certain time period. But in that, as you age, you have to become more physically sound and more mentally sound. So really, you'll be 30 and 40 outdoing people who are 18, 20, 23 in all aspects. And they're watching that. And they're already beast in mentally and physically, but they're watching you. So when you go in, you're not thinking about age. You never think about age. Age is never a factor. It's not an issue because everybody's required to do the same thing. Physically, if we have to put someone on our back and we have to go march 15 miles, guess what? Everybody has to go do it. It doesn't matter. Females, man, it don't matter. Oh, it don't matter. So once you become accustomed to doing that, you're around each other and you're talking a lot. So now a person who would get out, let's say somebody get out, you generally retire when you're like 40, 41, if you do 20 years or something, right? You get out where you can meet the average 40-year-old from a technology standpoint. You probably could run circles around that a person your age. I mean circles, because whatever came out, whatever the young kids were doing, you knew about it, right? Because it was around you all the time. Because suppose it's you, and then you got 500 people around you. Well, those 500 people are probably demographically aged from 18 to 23, 24 years old, right? And you're immersed in them. So whatever technology they got going on, you're learning at the same time. So everybody learns a lot as well. You get what I'm saying? So what happens is there's constant communication, constant communication. So then you get out and you see, like, you talking to people who are older, and you like, you don't know nothing. Like, where you been? You asking like, no, what? You don't know how to do this, or you don't know nothing about this, and it makes you kind of like, it made me look at it like, whoa, there's an issue here. There's really an issue here, and so I wasn't gonna be part of the problem. I said, you know what? I have to do what I have to do to connect these gaps. I don't have to act like no young boy or young person. I don't need to do that, because it's conversation, dialogue, learning, understanding that I'm going to be talking about. But I have to have an open mind, and sometimes people don't have an open mind to what's going on, right? And so when we're able to do that, what happens is learning transpires. I get from you, you get from me, and we never think about age in it at all. That's what I'm trying to do. That is my mission. That's one of my missions right there. Because our youth are losing so much because they're making mistakes, or they're not being listened to the way they should be listened to. And the same way he took you, you know what I'm saying, as a youngster, and you got with him and you was around, you were sitting. So you were part of conversations, you know what I'm saying, even if he was listening, that you wouldn't have because you'd just been around people probably your age or whatever. That's what happens. You get what I'm saying? And so, and that's the thing that we have to fix. And we, as older people, we have to understand that too. That we have to learn. And I'm gonna learn, and I appreciate y'all. And I look forward to when y'all come back here. You know what I'm saying? It drops on the 17th, right?
18th.
The 18th. Okay. And I think that's on a what, Friday?
Yep, exactly.
I already know. See numbers and yeah, that's me. You get what I'm saying? I map it out. Easy, right? So whether it's that day or whether it's the 19th, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to come up with a date between the 18th and 19th, and I want us to do this. Real talk.
All right,
Okay?
yes,
Because one, I want to celebrate y'all.
Appreciate it.
That's great. You're doing something great, man. Hey, so thank you once again. I really appreciate that. Hey, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Got a great show also on Thursday. I got a show on Friday as well, but Thursday I got my what's her name? I'm gonna make sure I say her name right, because I'll be tearing names all to pieces. It's just me being from North Carolina. We don't pay attention to names, we'll tear them up, and that's what we do. But if y'all look on my Instagram up in the story, y'all will see her. And Shakobi, yeah. So Shakobi Chantel, and she has she's an actress. She's award-winning um movie screenwriter. She's won awards already. She has different shows on TV right now. She got a couple of them. One called The season is the SZN. She has what's the other one called? The Cinematic Affair. So she has a couple of movies. She's a producer. She's a film writer. I mean, she just does it all. But she's on Thursday. She's doing great work, and so please definitely tune in on Thursday, and everybody. So make sure you follow 5Cast. Definitely make sure you do that on Instagram and YouTube, just like I do the same thing. Because and the reason why is I don't ask for subscribers. I don't ask any of that. I just ask my guests to. Because what happens is I want to make sure that their story gets put out there. And as we do that, with this whole algorithm thing, it'll make sure certain things get pushed out to the right person. But even if it doesn't, and that's the reason why we got to have ownership, we don't need that either, because we have a network where we know people and they push things in the way they push it. So that's what it's all about. So, hey, y'all join me on Thursday. I appreciate you. Thanks again for coming by, man. I really do. That's good stuff, and I appreciate everybody. So make sure y'all tune in on Thursday, and we're going to go out there with that.
It's the king of love track, baby. Take, wheel. Everybody take, wheel. Come on, take, wheel. To the take, wheel. Everybody take, wheel. You got to speak to me, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Give you a jab to the nose and make you say what's up. I'm in the club, nigga, tuck with the long barrel. When the music stop having singing, not creepers carols. People hate me, man, I really do know why. They see the wings on my back and they know I'm gon' fly. So what the fuck's supposed to do? Just try to please people. Got my NDK crew family and I don't get people. Remember, used to put newspaper in my tennis shoes. Used to walk around in them tennis, the mini shoes. For party nigga, I was too thugged out for that. Never told all my enemies I couldn't be a rat. But niggas told on me, nigga, they got it in return. Now in they mama's living room in a nice earth. Fuck you, your whole crew, bitch, cause you gon' get caught. Blow your brains out in your lap, now hold that thought. Motherfucker, stop pretending of a new era. Jay will get in it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in the bitch, stop pretending. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in the bitch, stop pretending. This just for my killers who just straight up murder. Leave you in the sewer dead just like a ninja turtle. I got connects with the real fucking black mob. And I'm trying to get it right for my man God. So any drama, don't believe me that there's no problem. Niggas will touch your ass, you wish they fucking rob you. Menace to society, that's my favorite one. Desert Eagle 50 caliber, that's my favorite gun. My nature gun, and yes, I'm gunning for your fucking dome. You the homie kid, cause you always running fucking home. MBK got a boy, your house will clap it up. I run my mouth like a big booty bitch, I can back it up. Try niggas on pickups just like they did in Jasper. Keep fucking around, your new friend is gonna be Casper. You gonna be in the casket, people trying to comfort on you. But so many hoes ain't taking can play golf for you. Motherfuckers stop pretending of a new era. Jay will get in it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in the bitches, stop pretending. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still with it. G5 legacy never in the bitches, stop pretending. Fuck that shit, boy, I'm tired of being nice. White shit in your head, this mic is not a fucking nice. I keep the termites fed like a pistol, stay with some lead. Like Marita, dog, stay with some bread. I lived in the trailer, not no projects. It's still got but you wouldn't run on my set. I kill niggas, dog, and also I kill time. Turn out my snitches, head to fucking moms. Niggas tell on me, goddamn, they drop the fucking dime. Your brains are gone, now you out of your fucking mind. And niggas know I fight you, bitch. Yeah, I'm ready to strap, but they don't fucking understand to get the bitch. Get that head, that gun clap. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still winning. G5 legacy never in the bitch, stop beginning. This is the beginning of a new era. Jay will get in it poppin', nigga, cause I'm so clever. You can love me, you hate me, nigga, but I'm still winning. G5 legacy never in the bitch, stop beginning.
And I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on Thursday.